Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Elizabeth, the Education Coordinator for Marlene's Market and Deli. This afternoon's guest is a local Reiki master, book author, and radio host, Paula Vail, and we are so pleased to have her. Thank you so much, Paula.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much.
So you have some really wonderful information to share with us today.
Yes. I love our topic for the day. Manifestation and positivity. It's something, frequency. It's something I've been passionate about for many years. I have studied frequency and luminous energy field for many years now. And something that has so fascinated me is the fact that we can, with our emotions, direct where we are at a frequency level. Our thoughts trigger our emotions, which gives us control, which is a wonderful thing. But where we go, that with our emotions puts us in a frequency level. So I will talk about frequencies first, and then we will go into getting into the flow for positive manifestation and creation in our lives. So first off, we want to recognize that we are a being of frequency. It is everything that we are. We are energy. And our emotions can direct what frequency level we reside in. For example, fear, guilt, anger put us at a low frequency level, like 100, 200. Joy, kindness, happiness can put us up 500, 600, 700 in a frequency level. And we have to realize something very fascinating. I realized years ago is our frequency level is telling the universe, telling source what we are asking for. So when we reside in a low frequency level, we really are asking for more of that. We create more of that. If we are residing in a high frequency level, we are creating more of where we're at. But here we go, we're human. We all have moments. We can have struggles. We can have sadness. So as we experience those, one thing to remember is emotions are not permanent, they're temporary. And we can change in a moment, an emotion at any moment, we can move into something. So basically, when we are in our basic awareness and consciousness, we are outside of the emotions. We are free of the emotions. The emotions are triggered by our brain, by our ego, and they can actually control us in where our thoughts and our vibration level goes. But with that, we can let go of emotions anytime we choose to. I like to present it in a way, when we are in our awareness, in our consciousness flow, it's like we're in this beautiful river. We're just the current. Life is constantly moving, and we are in this beautiful flow, this current, this warm water, just going. And we're at a high vibration, positivity, but things come into our life. And so that might be in this river of flow, some rocks that we bump into, or some sticks in the river. And that is part of life, and that is part of our flow. But we can acknowledge it. We can, with compassion, with any situation, what can I do to make it better? Do what I can do, and then let it go and move on and continue in that flow of manifestation and positivity. But staying in a particular frequency is a huge key where we are at our frequency level. And to reach a higher frequency level, we actually have to be willing to let go of the lower frequency levels. We have to be able to let go. And I've done what I can. I'm going to be positive. I am grateful. Gratitude is a huge tool in helping us stay at a high frequency level. And I've always taken a moment every morning to say, okay, one thing that I'm grateful for today. One little thing. It can be food in your refrigerator. It can be a bed to lay your head on. One little thing that you can think of that you're grateful for, that can set the tone of your whole day. That can set the tone of what comes to you in that day. Let me give you a few examples of manifestation that I have experienced in my life. When I began doing my podcast and radio show 7 years ago, I was real nervous, real scared. I'm just the weird me, I was getting a lot of, but I fell in love with it. And my goal was to just be a positive person in the world and share positivity and inspiration and education. And the first few months, I wanted to end the show with love and hugs to everyone. I thought, oh, people are going to think I'm just a weirdo when I tell them I love them. And then after a couple months, I said, I don't care. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. And that kind of just sets you free. And what I've seen happen with my show over the years, oh my gosh, I have the honor of interviewing these most amazing guests that just come to me, come through Source. Now, I'd like to talk a little bit about when we're in that higher frequency and we're in that flow, how things can come to us that we had not even imagined. I've always believed, here we have our two hands. We have this hand that we are focusing on our goals, our work, our mission, what we're passionate about. Yes, all those things. But over here, let's have our hand wide open to manifestation and positive things in our life that we may have never even imagined. Say yes to what Source can bring that you have not even imagined. I'll give an example. When I was featured in Times Square, New York, an 8-story billboard, I had never thought about that or even envisioned or wished for that. But I'd been featured in a New York magazine, and I was contacted by the organization that actually gives a few promotions a year to people, and they had picked me. So there's a perfect example of things can come into our lives that we did not even dream of. So yes, it's great to be focused on our goals, but also be aware that things can happen in our life that are so beyond our goals And let's say yes to that. Let's say, okay, because we are all part of source consciousness. Okay, I say yes to the positive manifestation and creativity that you would like to bring me. And when we focus on living in a high vibration, I mean, it's not going to be 100% of the time, but if we take the time and, the focus, really our mind, I call it the monkey mind, it can benefit us or it cannot benefit us, because with our monkey mind can become fear and resistance. And resistance can use up our energy that could be used in creation and positivity. And so really it's kind of like living in a wheel. We have the high vibration, the low vibration, the different emotions that our feelings create. And, so it's kind of every day, okay, where am I going to point my wheel today? And something like this and how it affects us, what's wonderful and fascinating is it really is very simple. It's very powerful, but also very simple. And that's really something to celebrate. And it really is wonderful to celebrate that so much of what we create in our own lives comes from us. We don't have to rely on the outside world, a job, a car, a friend or fan. I mean, all of those are the outside world and they do affect us, but we are the creator in our lives. We are where we sit in our emotions and where we sit in our frequencies. Directions we create every day are in the decisions we make every day. And that is a powerful, simple, and wonderful thing that we do have such control of where we take our mindset and our energy. Does anyone have any questions on that?
Feel free to unmute yourselves or enter any questions in the chat box.
All good. All righty. Well, I will continue. Then let's talk a little bit about how our manifestations can be something we can put out there every day. We can just say, I am open to the positive manifestations and what source will bring me. And it can be really fascinating because you can accidentally meet someone who is totally on the same path as you. You can have someone recommend a particular book or share something they know, and you did not even realize they were in the same path as you. So it's really wonderful how we are able to put out there with our thoughts and our frequencies such a fantastic yes. And it's like opening a bucket. And it's so fun because we create those connections. We create that positivity. And many times we can feel stuck. And, I can't go on from here. I'm gonna move. I feel stuck in this. And let me give you an example of something I share in my book. Pardon me, I thought my phone was off. Okay. And something I share in my book. I had many years in the restaurant business, in the Tacoma restaurant, 27 years. And when I was getting ready to buy it, I'd ran it, and the owner had told me for years, save this much for a down payment, I'll carry the contract, and you can buy it. So that's what I did. Single mom running a restaurant. Well, it come time for his retirement, and I walk in the restaurant, and he's talking to some gentleman, and says, "Oh, I've changed my mind. I want another 100. I want 100,000 more down." Well, that was like $1 million to me. And so I went to the bank, and I didn't even have a credit card. I had always just paid cash or wrote a check. And they pretty much laughed me out the door. "Oh, little girl, you want to buy a restaurant? Okay." And I was heartbroken. All those years, I was like, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I was just upset with myself and heartbroken. And I went, so then I sat back and I said, "Source, if this is what's meant to be, it's meant to be. I am going to let it go and what's meant to be." Well, a couple days later, I was waiting on a couple that were regular customers, and they had a favorite booth, and we were talking, and I had talked to them about, me buying the restaurant. And the gentleman, he was a doctor. He said, "So, Paula, when you buying the restaurant?" And I said, I must have got a look on my face. And he, "Paula, tell me what's going on." And I told him. And a couple days later, knocking on my kitchen door was his accountant with all the paperwork. And that man co-signed a loan for me to buy the restaurant. And I could tell his accountant thought he was crazy. And a year later, I was able to get him off the loan, and, I had it on my own. And our joke was I was going to name a booth after him. But, what that did for my heart, I will never forget. And what that showed me is, even when you think there's no way out and nothing positive is going to come, something can come, and it's just amazing what Source can produce for us. And, but staying open and just, can bring so much. In my book, my Why Am I So Happy book, I share quite a few different things in my life, some personal things, and a lot of little techniques I call, little happiness techniques. And it's been wonderful sharing that with people. And I came up with that title because I was always asked, "Why are you so happy?" And it was like, people I think thought my life was perfect, but it hadn't been perfect. But it's a choice we make every day, look at the positive in my life or look at what I'm angry about. And when we make that choice every day, that's where we set the vibration level that we are going to reside in. And where we reside is telling Source, whether we realize it or not, what we want to create. We have the power to create positivity and manifestation. Or we have the power to put up a fence. And I've always said, life comes, challenges come, and it's like there's a fence. And it's like, well, don't go try to knock it down, just jump over it. Just become free. So, and it can be a lot of fun with life, coming up with our own little unique answers and creations of how we are going to accept and work through our situations. we all have our own unique creativity that we can use in our life. And that really is a fascinating and fun thing. It really is. You know, we can have fun with every day and the choices we make. Anyone questions, you go ahead and put it in the chat box. Otherwise, I will just keep rolling for you.
Did you have a question?
And I could do a little meditation if you'd like. Okay, let's do that. I've written several meditations over the years. I am also a shaman. My shaman name is Shantara, and I received my shaman training in Sedona, Arizona, one of my favorite places. And let me go ahead and do for you a little, it's just a short little manifestation meditation. So everyone just relax for a few moments. Take some nice, long, deep breaths. Breathing in the fresh and the new, and breathing out the old and cluttered, and just long, deep breaths. Long, deep breaths. Beautiful, beautiful. As we live our life, manifestation can affect and change so many aspects of our lives, as well as for those around us. And creating abundance and positive outcomes is something most of us are striving to do. Raising to a higher vibration, sending a message to source, as well as raising us to higher frequencies. So let's just continue those long, deep breaths. And let's remember, trust and confidence are a big part of manifestation. Trust and saying yes opens the doors for us. Now I'd like you to imagine yourself sitting in a beautiful, serene garden. You're surrounded by beautiful trees, flowers. You can hear the beautiful music of birds singing all around you. You can even see a garden located, this garden that you're in, located near a beautiful lake or river. And as you relax in this garden, you'll now see before you a ladder. This is a wooden ladder. It is very, very straight. You will now stand and walk over to the base of this ladder. And as you look up, you cannot see to the end and the top of the ladder because it is so high into the clouds. I would like you to reach out and put your hands on the wood, on the rungs of the ladder, feeling your hands on that wood. It's smooth, it's solid, and supporting. And just with your hands, go up one rung at a time. And as you're rising up that ladder, frequency is guiding you and lifting you. And you are rising to a higher and higher energetic frequency. You are just continuing to rise up and lift. And slowly, we get to the top of the ladder. And we're amidst this beautiful golden white light. You can feel it all around you. And then you feel yourself letting go and drifting off the ladder, resting in this bright, loving energy. And in this place now, we are in the process of alignment to source, manifestation, and love. We've reached a level of enlightenment. We are in this high vibration enlightenment as our true self, our higher self. And we're just floating and feeling this light. And envision yourself encapsulated in this magnificent sphere of light. This beautiful light and energy is encompassing your entire body. Feel the energy and love surrounding you and allow it to infuse into every cell of your body. The volume of the bright, beautiful energy will increase. And this will also trigger excitement and joy in you. And for this moment, all we see is this beautiful light and feel this beautiful energy. We are weightless. We are floating. We are positive, enlightened energy, which is what we all are. That is what our core is, this enlightenment. Let's just take that in for a moment and hold how good that feels. No weight, just light and energy and love, positivity, manifestation, enlightenment. We are our true self at this moment. No emotions, no feelings, just feeling good. The feel of feeling good, no emotions. Infused in every cell in our body. And we continue to absorb this energy of the cloud that we are in. And we are actually merging with all the golden white light that's around us, comfortably floating. And feel as this energy is in us and aligned with us, how we are aligned to the frequency of divine source vibration. We feel it in every cell in our body, in our consciousness, in our energy field, which is also aligning fully to the vibration of source. As a whole, manifested as the light. And whatever you want to call for yourself, source, manifestation, enlightenment, what you feel, just take that in. And just be comfortable in your belief that you are becoming one with your higher frequency. It's all happening. And as we continue to breathe slowly, let's realize that we can come to this frequency. We can come to this enlightenment, this alignment with our true self anytime we choose. It is always within us. All we have to do is take the steps and bring ourselves back to this memory and bring ourselves to this moment at any time we choose to. Because it is inside us, it is part of us. Now I'd like you to store this memory of this beautiful creation vision in your heart and mind. Everything in our lives, every moment is put in our mind's library. And I would like you to put these moments in your mind's library. And know that you can access this at any time, forever. It's forever in our mind's library. So let's just continue breathing and feeling this beautiful positive energy for a couple more moments. And up in this cloud. Myself, I'm just drifting. Everything has been let go of. We are in our awareness and we are in our true self, which we always have access to. Our mind can create the emotions, which create the feelings, which move us and create, but they are something we give out. Our inner is our true self, is our awareness, and is that this positivity and this love. And we are not alone in the love. We are so loved. The angels, source, we are surrounded by so much. And so much of that is always with us. Okay, we're going to float for just another moment. Even as you breathe in, imagine you're breathing in this beautiful cloud of positive energy and high frequency. It's going into our whole body. Our body is lightening. It's becoming lighter. Absorb it. Oh, what a beautiful way to go through our day. Okay, a few more long, deep breaths. And then we're going to slowly move back over to the wood ladder. And as we step onto the ladder, put our hands on the ladder, just take a look around at the beautiful light and feel that beautiful energy that we've had the joy to be in these moments. And let's slowly move down the ladder, one rung at a time. And as we move down, we remain filled with all that beautiful light and love and high frequency, positive energy. We bring that down with us. Oh, and as we step off the ladder and we bring ourselves back into the room where we're at this moment. When ready, you can open your eyes and just realize and feel that you have brought that positive, loving energy down with you. And And after this moment, we don't even have to raise the ladder to go there and to feel it. We can just remember it and access it by just saying yes. And open up and let that positive manifestation energy flow in us. And oh my gosh, it's like putting yourself in a beautiful white bubble. And we can create that bubble at any time and then just go through our day in that bubble. And what can be so fun is people will feel that bubble. You know, you can walk into a room and then there's smiles on faces, or it can change someone else's energy. It can be a positive for them and help them raise to a higher vibration. And really, that's a choice we have, I believe, with others, because others, we're all human. We can be in a high or a low energy vibration. So do we lower to the lower, or do we stay high and the high helps others stay high? You know, it really is fascinating. But yeah, thank you for joining me in that beautiful energy bubble and joining me in the cloud.
Thank you so much for that. That was that was
I'm
just
so glad
perfect.
you enjoyed it. Oh, we're in the feel good mode now. Does anyone have any questions or comments they'd like to share?
Veronica said it was amazing. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy you enjoyed it.
It was
Oh,
amazing.
thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm so happy you enjoyed it. Ah,
Your visuals were really well explained, and I was able to get right there and just feeling the flow.
oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. And on my website, wellnessinspire.com, I actually have a mind expansion meditation that you can listen to if you'd like. And that's fun because with that, we meet our soul planner. That's pretty cool. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna find the link and put it in the chat box for everybody.
Oh, what a great idea. Great idea. Thank you. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, okay. Then just want to remind everyone the power that they have within themselves and their choices and choosing their emotions every day. And the emotions aren't personal. And emotions motivate us. So in choosing the emotions that we're going to reside in is what's going to motivate us and create what comes into our life. Yeah, I know when I had my restaurant, it was always a lot of fun. Every once in a while, I'd have a real cranky customer, and I didn't get irritated. It was like, oh, this is a challenge. I'm going to put a smile on their face. And I did that so often. And it was like, I love it because we never know what someone else is going through. And someone may just need a kind word or a kind gesture. You just never know. And just being able to be a positive energy in the world, I think is a passion for me. Yeah. And we can bring that positivity into our own lives, the lives around us. We can put out there, we can open our hand and with our goals, put out there, say, yes, it is, and see it as already done. See it as already done and envision it. And that will help trigger source to bring that to you. And it can also help trigger what comes to you could be tenfold more than you had even imagined. Yeah, I'll never forget when my oldest son, the company he worked for, shut down and did layoffs. And he was just so, panicked. I got to find a job. And I said, honey, let's just put out there, you're going to find the best job you could have imagined. And that's what happened. So sometimes those challenges can really lead us to something that we hadn't even imagined. And supporting each other and having others around us to support each other is a wonderful thing too. So, and I'm always open to anyone that ever would like to email me or anything. I'm there for anyone. Happy to do that. And that's one of the reasons I do my show, is to be a positive energy in the world. And there's so many, wonderful things to learn and feel inspired by in our world. It really is wonderful.
Thank you for sharing your loving light with all of us.
Oh, you're so welcome.
It's that internal soul shine that we got to boost each other up.
Yes. We are all energy sisters and brothers. We are. And that's pretty awesome. And that's pretty exciting. I'm just thrilled to have met everyone today. And I'm grateful to you, Elizabeth, for having me as a guest. I'm very grateful.
Of course. We would love to have you back soon.
Thank you. I would love that.
Thank you from here.
Oh, you're so welcome. And you're joining us from
Denmark.
I love it. Oh.
I used to be in Tacoma, but now I'm here.
I love it.
So yeah, and it's funny. I saw your the advertisement on Facebook, and it goes with. Lately, I've been studying Neville Goddard on manifestation.
Nice.
He's one of the big names. I have been following Dr. Wayne Dyer for many years, and
yes,
he's just so wonderful. And then Neville Goddard just popped up, and just been studying him. But if you guys don't mind, I'd like to share a thing. So I have a friend on Facebook, and he had something really great. So I'm just going to write down what he posted. He says, his name is Ted. He said, so this is in regards to the body, but it could be anything you wish to manifest, right?
Yes.
So he says, I saw my ideal physique, right? It could be anything, right? In my mind's eye, and pretended like I already had it well before I ever did. It was just a matter of time before reality caught up. Most people skip this essential clear vision requirement and wonder why they're not getting results, be it in business or with their body. Remember, there are 1,001 ways to do anything, but they all require a crystal clear vision. Try as you might, results will always evade you if your vision is not clear enough or held frequently enough. This is because everything in this reality is just a projection, and you are the projector. And that reminded me of what you were saying about, having that positive vision, right?
Yes.
To start the day with, and being on that higher frequency. Then he
Yes.
says, knowing this, if you are not getting satisfactory results in a certain area of your life, it is a sure sign you're in need of a vision tune-up.
I love
After
that,
you,
a vision
yeah,
tune-up.
right? After your vision, feel it real. Like we got to feel as if it's, and Neville Goddard, it's all about that, right?
I
And
love
watch reality mold itself around your vision. If you wish to be fit, you will be fit. If you wish to be rich, you will be rich. If you wish to be loved, you will be loved. Only you must then feel these things as here and now, to the point where you stop wishing for them and start experiencing them. Think about it. Here comes the cliff. I feel like this is like the most important one. Think about it. You never wish to get something you already have.
Oh, I love it. Nina, that is so awesome. That
I
is
know.
so
Let me read
spot
that one
on.
more time because I
Yes.
thought that's so important. Think about it. You never wish to get something you already have.
Mhm.
Wishing to have something is accepting you do not have it.
Yes.
But when you feel you already have it, your desire your desire to have will cease. And that's how to get results. You go to bed and wake up each day as already having and consider it done.
Yes.
I thought, wow, that's just so powerful.
Perfect. So it is. So be it. It is done.
Yeah,
It is so spot
exactly.
on. Oh, I love it, Nina. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I have a
It goes,
friend in the Netherlands right now over there.
yeah.
Yeah, I interview a lot of people in other countries. I just interviewed a man in Estonia,
Wow.
a
Yeah, can you
consciousness.
believe it? It's 10 o'clock at night over here. It's
Yes,
so
yeah.
light out. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
so
so
light.
nice of you to join us. Oh my goodness. And
Well, thank
everyone.
you. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
thank you.
Nina, I love it. I
From
love
Denmark.
it. Do you have a copy of my book, Nina? I'd be happy to
I
send you
don't.
one. Anyone
Oh, that's so,
listening
oh,
that joined us, if
that
you'd
is,
like an autographed copy, I'd be happy to send you one.
oh, that's so sweet of you.
Yes.
Thank you.
The
So,
sweetest.
yeah,
Thank you for
thank you
sharing that.
so much. Yeah, thank you. I just thought, it really goes with that. And if anybody else going in on, writing a manifestation script, there's a woman on YouTube. She goes by Life by Lucy, and she's just this young gal, and she's quite inspirational. I'm in the midst of I already got a job. I manifested this job, but then these two other jobs popped up, so I have a new interview this week, and I am
Awesome.
yeah, going
That's
forth.
exciting. Go,
It is.
Nina.
Yeah.
Oh,
So something, this one manifested, but then this other one that's even better came along. So
yep.
I just I have to see it as if it's, and feel it as if it's already here. And that's one thing Neville says, and Lucy has a really nice meditation on YouTube about going to bed. And so what you do is you keep looping a scene as if you already have it.
Yes.
And that's just so powerful.
Yes.
Just keep playing that scene over and over again, whatever that is that you desire, because I mean we all have different
Yes.
things that we want, but that's really important and then just to feel it, that feeling
Yes.
behind it,
Yep.
whatever that is. And I was
Create.
reading,
Yep.
yeah, and of course it has to align with our soul's purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So if it doesn't align, we can't just all say, well, I want to be a millionaire, because if that doesn't really align with our soul's purpose, then That's just not gonna happen. So name of the Facebook group. It's not hi Veronica. It's not a Facebook group. But his name, I can give you his name. It's Ted Carr, C-A-R-R. You can friend him, I'm sure. No, maybe he does have a, yeah, he's a vegan. He inspires other vegans to, I've taught classes at Marlene's. So, so anyway, you can go in and friend him. Yeah. So I just thought that one was just so inspirational. I was so inspired by what he had to say in this one post that I wrote it down and
I love it.
just yeah, because I really love about that. You know, it really struck me that one thing about, think about it. If you never wish to get something you already have.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Yeah.
you have it. So you are at that frequency that you were talking about, you know, that feeling of that joy and expansion.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so awesome. Thank you, Nina.
Hey,
Oh,
thank you. Thank you for today. So
Thank you so much,
yeah,
Nina,
it was
for
very
sharing that.
inspirational. I really liked your meditation about going into the
thank you.
cloud. Yeah.
Thank you.
So
It's just, we're
I'm
all,
gonna use that
we're
here
in the
next
cloud
week.
right now. It's our cloud day. Yep. Love it. Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Thank you so
all
much.
right. So is your on your website that you have, is that where your information, if we want to send you a note, is that where it is?
Yes, you can email me through that, or you can email me at paula@wellnessinspired.com.
Paula at Wellness. Okay, got it.
Awesome.
Thank
So
you,
nice.
Paula.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
To go back on what you shared, it kind of gave me a visual of, someone grasping for something, and yet in the other hand, they already have it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Exactly. Yeah. But I like that, what you were saying, Paula, about having that, on one hand, you have all these goals, but on the other, you remain open to, because who knows, maybe the universe has other things in store for you, that are
Yeah.
even better and bigger than you had
Yeah.
ever imagined.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
but I do believe we all have a big role. We all play a big role in what we create for our lives,
Yes.
and in keeping our vibration high in order to receive that, because, and even if we have to pretend and imagine, use our imagination to create that.
Yeah.
So,
And sometimes it can take all the strength we have, to yes, I'm
yeah.
there, I'm positive, I'm there. But you're right. Yes, that is,
Yeah.
you are so spot on. Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's wonderful that we all have that ability and we're able to make those choices and bring that manifestation and that high vibration. It really is.
It is. Yes.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank
This
you.
has just been so
Yeah,
wonderful.
thank you, Elizabeth.
I'm so
We
honored.
are just so grateful for wonderful presenters like you
Yes.
that are, willing to make a difference in the world. And, it's kind of like the golden rule. Be what you'd like to see in the world, and you just shine bright. And I really love, keeping keeping your energy flow open, but being grateful for all that you have, and being in that golden white light.
Oh, thank you. And Elizabeth, you doing all these podcasts for everyone, all these classes. I mean, you're changing lives, honey. Thank you so much for being such a positive energy for all of us. A big heartfelt thank you.
It's a true blessing every day that I get to interact with our wonderful customers and presenters and to inspire. And I get to learn from my job. What's better than that?
Isn't that great? Yes. Yep. Learn, be inspired. Oh, wow.
It's the best.
It is. It is. It is so wonderful. Well, thank you so much, everyone. This has been so great.
And thank you everyone
Thank
who watched on Facebook Live. And check out Paula's book, Why Am I So Happy? It's a really good read.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. I'm happy to share it was awarded the bronze medal in self-help books by the Global Book Association. I still can't believe it. But there
Wow,
you go. That's
congratulations.
that whole open hand thing, you know. Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.